Hey everybody, hope all is well. Miss Carlee Russell, what's really going on? So here we have, I guess, a Casper the friendly ghost, invisible toddler walking down the highway, invisible kidnapper. What's going on here? Listen, when things happen to black women and children all the time, okay, and no one's really concerned. We definitely know the politicians that we vote for are not concerned. No one's really concerned. So when you have an issue like this here, they've raised $63,000 for search efforts to locate her. And I saw a report, people were asking to get refunds on the money because she was found safely. Thank goodness. And they were saying, hey, there's not going to be any refunds. $63,000 for search efforts to find her. Then she mysteriously comes home. Now, initially, when I heard she came home safely, and I thought, great, that's great. And they were saying, it was kind of like hush hush. And then I thought, well, maybe and the boyfriend left a statement that she was basically for the past, 48 hours fighting for her life. When I heard that, I said, okay, I can totally get behind that because, she probably went through such a horrible ordeal, being abused, and maybe, just maybe, she was attacked, she escaped, and maybe she doesn't want to talk about it, which is not uncommon for victims. But then more and more start to come out, and then we start seeing, like this report, no evidence of a toddler abandoned in the area. They're saying it's heavy traffic, and there's no other phone call. There's no evidence of a baby. There's no evidence of a kidnapping. Basically, we just have her word, her report. Again, of all the things that happen to black women, you want to say there's no way that she would make this up. There can't be. We come up missing every day and have to fight, to get the investigation going in a lot of cases. We come up missing every day and we're forgotten. And now we have this case here. Everybody's looking for her. She returns mysteriously home. I want to know, okay, for those 2 days that she allegedly was fighting for her life, I want to know, where was she sleeping? If we have a phantom or Casper the Friendly Ghost, abandoned baby, Casper the Friendly Ghost kidnapper, I want to know where the heck was she sleeping? Where did you go for those 48 hours? Did you stay in the woods? Where did she go for 48 hours? Was there another car somewhere to pick you up? Is this some kind of game that you're running to get sympathy and then maybe get a book? Did she do this on her own, or is she and the boyfriend? Again, I don't know. I'm asking. Maybe you all can tell me. I'm asking for a friend. People want answers. If it's what it's appearing to be, sweetheart, we've got some you've got some serious issues here. You've got some way serious issues here. You're wasting resources. Oh, I mean, it sounds like if this is not true, I mean, they can't find an abandoned baby. Cameras everywhere. And then they're saying she even used her cell phone and was doing research on like Amber Alerts. Oh no, on her cell phone, this is like not looking good right now. On her cell phone, researching the movie Taken. I mean, listen, hearing the 911 call, it sounds pretty darn serious to me. You might belong in Hollywood for this acting. But the bigger issue is, it doesn't look, I mean, there's no proof that this happened. At least we need to see an abandoned baby somewhere. They kidnapped us for 48 hours. And then I thought, oh my gosh, you know how you hear in like the call? I was like, oh my gosh, we might need a PSA because this could be a ruse to, get black women, or any woman, to stop over, have a toddler here, and then the woman gets out and gets kidnapped. That hit my mind. Well, we can kind of scratch that. Is this all done for social media? People love attention. Won't be the first time. A couple, they said they were in a hot air balloon and something happened to their son, and oh my goodness, we can't find our son. The hot air balloon in the sky went wrong and they think he's missing. And guess what happened? The son was not missing. They made this up hoping to get a movie deal and had that child hiding up in the attic for 2 weeks. Yeah, hoping to get a movie deal. He went up, and we can't find him. I don't recall his name, but for example, Peter's in the sky. We can't find little Dusty Dan. Dusty Dan had never left. He wasn't in that balloon. Dusty Dan was in the attic for 2 weeks. They had the news media, everybody, and their grandmother with a camera practically out there. And then it was later revealed that the family created this total hoax to do what? Hoping to get a movie deal. Are Americans really that desperate? Are people really that desperate for attention? What was going to happen? Oh my gosh. Then you're going to go ahead and get all these interviews. Oh my gosh. Like, really? You're going to get all these interviews. Maybe a book deal. A podcast. I'll be discovered. Because if there is no evidence of at least the baby, and then we have maybe, if there's an imaginary baby, obviously at this point, an imaginary kidnapping, all I can deduce is that this was done for social media, for attention. And then the phone searches. Oh my gosh. Like, really, girl? If you want attention that bad, I don't know if it's going to be, because I'm not a psychologist, I have no relation or no expertise in the medical field. We might need to call for a psych consult. Is social media that major to you? Maybe I'll get some donations. Again, they raised $63,000. $63,000. And people now crying about refunds. And I saw a report that says there will be no refund. You got to be kidding me. That's fraud. I hope you have not opened up yourself to litigation based on fraud. Because if people gave their money and this turned out to be a fraud, sweetie, you might want to go and hide. You might get arrested. False police report, 911 call, the whole 9 yards, all the money that the police department has spent. To present yourself out to be a hero, a heroine that, on a made-up story. But is that what we are? Is that where we are? Is that why we're so consumed with social media? Ooh, look at me, the attention. Well, you got it. But this right now is not looking too good. That busy highway, no evidence of a toddler abandoned in the area. All these resources spent on you, my dear. Invincible baby? Some call it the phantom of the interstate. But this speaks volumes. Now they want more questions. She's not being made available. Girl. Unbelievable. So this here, I don't see her walking away from this unless there's some new evidence that's going to pop up like quickly. Again, they can't even verify missing toddler walking down these so-called streets that she said. They can't even verify that. It's not going to end well for her. And it's embarrassing. Of all the women and children that go up missing and can barely get, can barely get attention, it'll be like, if it's a Caucasian kid. Oh, and guess what? Kaylee Cuckoo Lee, a made-up name, she's missing. She's missing. Little Becketta is missing. And you'll hear that probably about 7 or 10 times a day And then out of all that, we know Becketta is missing. Kaylee Kiki Cuckoo is missing. Okay? Yeah. Mary Ann is missing. And you hear it over and over again. Mary Ann is missing. Mary Ann is missing. Oh, yeah. And by the way, little Keisha's missing. She's 2 years old. And she was wearing jeans and a t-shirt. So back to now, Keisha is missing. Have y'all seen Becky? Have you seen Kaylee Cuckoo? Have you seen little Megan? Have you seen Becky? It's like, we already went over this. We haven't seen her. Over and over again. Why? They want to get the message out there over and over again. And then you might hear about the black person. Little Kiki's missing. Wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and she was somewhere in America. Now, back to Becky. And Becky is 4'9". She weighs 110 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes. She was last seen wearing some jeans, a Michael Kors t-shirt, and some Uggs. And she was also carrying a Stella McCartney backpack, okay? The pink backpack, yes. So if you can't, and it's like, wow, you got all these details. She was last seen leaving a McDonald's on the interstate of blah, 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 95 going west at mile marker 129. All those details gonna come out. Oh yeah, and what was this one before that? Oh yeah, little Kiki, a black girl, was missing wearing jeans and a t-shirt. Oh, and some flip-flops, and she was seen somewhere in America. Now, back to back, as we were saying, you understand? So that's what I've seen. It's like, wow, all the details. We don't get the spotlight like that. So for her to make this up, we have a serious problem. We have a very serious problem. All the black women that are missing. Out of all the black women that go missing, last I heard, a star report over 65,000. They didn't get the attention that Miss Carlee Russell was getting, and I think mainly because it's going by that 911 call, which may not be real, A child abandoned, and she just couldn't, basically, leave this child. She gets out and, gone 48 hours. And then she walks back home. This is embarrassing. I wonder if she just if this is not real. I wonder if she has created this. If that's the case, if she has makes me wonder if she's created or fabricated this on her own. And if that's the case, because I can't say if that is the case, based on what the media is reporting, allegedly, what they're reporting, what does that say? We want attention and validation so bad. Are we that empty inside that we have to come up with something that could possibly turn out the way it's looking like a lie? Is that the case? It never occurred to me it was fake. It just did not. Hearing the initial call, I thought, oh my God, this might be a trick, a new trick. Put kids out, a baby out there, and then a woman stops and they come grab her, grab the woman. Oh my God, it needs to be a PSA. Hold the phone, not today. It's a slap in the face. If what they're reporting is accurate and it looks like there's no way to corroborate or verify our story, then we have a serious problem, and it is insulting because black women coming up missing and no one's concerned. We are killed and murked every day in the community. And you go on to this kind of attention, and I think, again, it going at the attention that it did because of that call, an abandoned child, and she's going to go and do the right thing, do the female thing, just the human thing, that took on. It's like, oh my gosh, she did the right thing. And now we've got this. So she may have not made herself available for further increase by law enforcement. Girl, I know you didn't waste these resources. But I got a news flash. You might not make yourself available. This right here, I don't see it dying down because there's you want attention. If this is fake, then sweetheart, you got it. And it's not going to die down. You might be looking at some handcuffs, and I don't mean the kind with the fur on them. Okay? Yeah. You might get some attention called Orange is the New Black. You might get to join that cast. Hashtag real life Orange is the New Black. Unbelievable. Anyway, let me know what you all think. It is so disturbing. As a Black woman, it's very disturbing. Any woman. Very disturbing. So, Ms. Russell, if this was an attempt to do a social media prank or get attention with this, if this is, they can't verify any information here, so we cannot say that it doesn't seem as validated. But if it's attention you wanted, sweetheart, oh, you got it. And guess what? You're going to probably get some more attention. They're going to probably file charges. They've had people just GoFundMe. Becky sitting with her, this lady up here faking a cancer. Oh, for my wedding. Who does that? People will do the unthinkable. You want to, but she wanted obviously money. Oh my goodness, she's a mom and she's got the big C word and she's sick and they need help and they give all this money and then you look up. Never was sick. There was no diagnosis. So the things people will do for money, which is nothing new, but this right here, if this right, what they're saying, we can't validate it. There's, sweetheart, something is really wrong. What was she looking for? All I can think of is social media, attention, maybe get paid some TV interviews, get on some talk shows, maybe get a podcast, then maybe write a book. Again, I want to know, they can't verify the kidnapper. They can't verify there's no other signing of an abandoned child but you out of all those people. So I want to know, for those 2 days when your boyfriend said you, quote, you fighting for your life, I believe is what he said. Girl, what the hell did you sleep? Seriously? You just walked home? And my thing is, I don't know, if you were kidnapped like that, more than likely when you want to get to a phone, but you just walked home. I was like, why did she call someone to come and get her? Most would be hysterical, hysterical. If you were fighting for your life and you would call someone, first thing I would do if I was scared, get to someplace safe in public and start calling the police. Yes, I just got kidnapped and I escaped. It was Dusty Dan in the big white dirty van and he went down this way. It was little TT. Yes, he was in some J's on his feet. Yes, little TT. It was Mijo. It was Mr. Wong caught doing wrong. Seriously. But you just happened to walk home. This seems like a movie, man. Girl, maybe she should have put her into being a writer for LMN, the Lifetime Movie Network. But I thought about it. Why didn't you just, you're more than likely panic and just get to a phone? But no. This sounds like a Lifetime Movie Network. You look up, and at the end of the day, she is safe. All that's missing is the mysterious, phantom baby, the mysterious invisible baby. So this should be like a Lifetime movie. And then you look up, and then out of all the drama, she was on the run and she fought for her life for 48 hours. And she was able to grab that baby. And then after all that drama, then the music starts. And then you see her with the baby in her arms. And she's all battered and torn. A little blood, a little here, a little markings, got the baby in her arms. And she's walking down the street. And then we can say, Carlee is home. It sounds like a movie to me. Listen, let me know what you all think. Feel free to like, dislike, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think. But this is very disturbing to me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Simply Said on YouTube, and I'm out.